Hello there. I thought I'd do a couple of voiceovers on this video, and I have to apologise in advance because the microphone used at the start of this journey either wasn't working or it wasn't connected to the camera, and that's why there's a lot of wind noise. Any commentary that I did make, I'm not really a great talker, but anything that I did say couldn't be heard because the microphone wasn't connected, and therefore the camera was using the external mic, which was obviously buffering wind the whole time, and that's why the quality of the audio is pretty bad at the beginning until I get up there. When I come down again, it's better. It's using the external mic, but yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so as you can see, it's beautiful weather. I decided to take the bike up early in the morning to the region of Gantrisch, which is in the region of Berne Oberland. I was fortunate enough, because of the time in the morning and it being still in the holiday period in summer here, I didn't really meet an awful lot of traffic, which was exactly what I was aiming for. Last time I went up there, it was quite busy, and I was unfortunate to get two buses in front of me, just two public buses. The first one I managed to overtake quite easily, but then like 2 minutes later I caught the second one. That was a bit of a pain, but yeah, this time it wasn't too bad. Just the odd car, nothing too serious. At the weekend up there it can get quite full of bikes and cars driving up and down, and some of the motorbike riders are, I want to say they're rowdies, but they can take it sometimes rather to the excess. And yeah, it doesn't really. Sometimes it can be a bit annoying the way they ride, but yeah, bikers usually are actually very considerate of each other. It's not such a big deal, but it's nice to be able to ride the way you want to ride and not let somebody else force you to do so. This is where it starts getting interesting. The roads become more windy, a lot more turns, a lot more fun. And even though at this time of day you don't usually think there's going to be a lot of traffic coming the opposite way, obviously you start to be very careful and not overdo things. It might be different, of course, if you know the roads like the back of your hand, but I don't, so I'm usually a bit more cautious. Still, you can but learn. It's a new experience for me as well, having to speak over the video, so I'm usually Mr. Chatty, as my wife can very well vouch for. And this is probably the reason why I enjoy riding the bike by myself, because it's just makes me feel independent. A bit of solitude is nice, just to switch off, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the sound. Something I must add, of course, is that I don't solely ride the bike by myself. I do enjoy going out for tours with the missus as well, and we have continuous contact through our headsets, our phones, so I do enjoy that as well. But of course it's a completely different feel for riding bike when you're by yourself. And, yeah. But I don't need to be really in a group as such. Not really a group rider. I do like exploring though. This car was basically the only one that got in my way, and as you can see it was easy to pass. Fortunately, because not always quite so easy. I tell you what, I might not be a fan of cyclists, just like any other reasonable motorist, but you have to give it to them. A lot of these Swiss cyclists are a bit bananas, really, but I still have to sort of doff my hat to them. They're very, very keen, and they're willing to cycle up most of the mountains. Well, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it, to be honest. Would you?
Very, very cool.
Don't you just love it? This is what all roads should be like. Completely devoid of other traffic. I have no idea what's happening there, but the whole of the road was covered in cow pats or cow poo. No idea, but it was filthy and not the ideal place. So here we are at the Untere Gantrisch Hütte, or also the Lower Gantrisch Hut. A very fun place to visit for all the people traveling through the mountains in Gantrisch, and especially this area Gurnigel. Nice place to visit. Very nice people who run it. Nice place to chill out, have a drink, have something to eat, have breakfast. It's 1,510 meters above the sea level. So, it's a nice little coffee break at the Untere Gantrisch Hütte. So the lower hut up here in Gantrisch. And so, back off again. Lovely up here, lovely countryside. place is full of it here. thought I could smell brakes from something. It's probably that. Yeah.
mate. Good luck to you.